Hello, hello, everybody.
Hey, Ardis, how are
Well,
you?
doing great. I got caught off of no balance there for a second as I tried to manage all these different screens and videos, and and that's the topic of our show for today. So, video. Um, a lot of us are managing a lot of uh, different conversations through Slack, through email, um, trying to reach students and everyone else that we're talking about. And it just happens that that video is really, one of those channels of communications that have been very, very powerful for everybody. So, hello, Erin. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well today.
I am. Happy Monday, Ardis.
Um, One of the things that we wanted to talk about today, well, welcome to In Your Element. It's a show by Element451. I'm Ardis Kadiu. I'm the CEO of Element451. And, we kind of completely skipped the introductions today. And with me is Erin Newton today, head of marketing and head of all the really great content that you guys are seeing out there from Element these days. So one of the things that we wanted to talk about today, and obviously one of the channels that it's very, very personal to us is video. And video has been one of those things that has been gaining a lot of popularity lately. And we have not missed we've not missed the trend in terms of what we're seeing in a lot of different platforms. And over the past few years, what's happened is that video has become so accessible, and it's become really, really easy to capture and send and be used as personalized. It's been used in business for quite a while. And one of the things that I wanted to share here is a couple of kind of really interesting statistics. Obviously, one of the things that we're going to show today is if Travis, if we can go full screen on my there we go. So just improving email click-through rates by 65% in terms of having the ability to have those videos in your emails. These are just some stats from some of our partners at CoVideo, and we're going to talk a little bit about how we've implemented and how we integrated video into the Element conversations today. So that's the whole topic that we're talking about here, but we wanted to set the stage up a little bit about video being really, really important, and one of those engagement metrics and one of those engagement channels that kind of can take it to the next level for you. You're seeing a lot of different platforms out there kind of incorporating video as part of their messaging. And we, rather than implementing our own video solution at Element, what we've done, because a lot of our partners are using different solutions already, we've kind of gone in and said, okay, let's just incorporate those into the product as well. So here it is, email video click-through rate, 65% increase. When you have that available, it increases response rates, tremendously. And that's some of our partners, that's what they're seeing. And of course, having just video in your email as well, it just improves those open rates by 19%. Obviously, we can't trust open rates now anymore because of the Apple security changes. Go ahead and read about that later. But we wanted to talk all about video today, and we wanted to talk about what that is, what that means for everybody, how that works, and how we've incorporated into Element. So, Erin, thoughts?
Yeah, I think maybe to start is, what do we mean by personalized video? We're not talking about something that you go out with your marketing team and your video team and produce. We're talking about, one-to-one message that you can just take on the fly. You want a nice background, you want to do all the things like you're on a Zoom with somebody, but then you're just, instead of typing a message, you're just recording something. So some examples, if you're a counselor, maybe you've spoken with a student and they have a question, and it might be just simpler to just say what the answer is to that question. And not only will it be easier for them to probably digest what it is you're communicating, but it will feel more personal. And it's, I think that that's something that we've seen with this, these kind of parallel paths where technology is going super, super fast, but at the other time, we're realizing how much we want those personal connections. So personalized video kind of really bring those things together. So I wanted to kind of set the stage for what these videos are and what we're talking about.
Yeah. So as Travis, our producer, puts my screen back on, I'm going to take you through kind of what we've done and kind of how that works. But the other thing about video is you can't do mass personalization with video right now. So if you're producing a video and you're sending it to somebody, you're actually taking the time to put that video together and send it to somebody rather than having having a system kind of automate a lot of the behind the scenes. So so perhaps we're kind of wanting that somebody to take the time and to really personalize their message to us. So maybe that's the attraction there as well. All right, so for some of you, you're seeing a quick peek at some of the changes to the element navigation. This is not public yet, but we're kind of expanding our navigation, and we're kind of changing some of the UI here as well. So one of those things, it's that we're going to go here. We're going to go to our infamous Jamie profile, and as we get there, one of the things that we're going to take a look at is obviously during our conversations module. So as we go to our conversations module, now down here, one of the things that we're going to see is a co-video, record a co-video video, or record a loom as well. So we're gonna take it one by one. So rather than us building our own video button here and have Element build a recorder, we've kind of taken the best tools out there, the best of breed tools, and incorporated into the CRM. We know that you might be using it for other things, and we tend to do this quite a bit, right? So the technology, the pace of technology goes so fast. Obviously, we can add our own video at some point, but we want to use the ecosystem, and we want to use whatever everyone is using already to incorporate that in here. And feeding in the analytics from those different areas as well becomes important. And as we send these, then it becomes part of your you're using perhaps co-video for other departments as well, and then now you can incorporate it directly in here. So what we've done is we baked it right into Element. So now we have a you can access your library, and this is our test account with co-video. But one of the other things that we can do is obviously search and kind of look at all your libraries, so you can insert something directly in there. And here we go. I've inserted that video directly in here, and I can just send that. However, one of the other things that I wanted to do is record. So I can click on it again, and rather than me sending something, I'm going to record it, and it pops open the recorder, which is, by the way, this is my setup here. So you guys are getting a little bit behind the scenes. So you can see my two different cameras going on. So I can start recording, and as that records, it will kind of capture that information. I can pause recording, I can resume again, I can stop recording, and now it's building that video, and I can just upload that video library, and I can start using that video as soon as that thumbnail becomes available. So what this means is that now you can start sending those messages directly through to your students. You can record that video right directly in there. It's all integrated. The analytics will be coming in, and it's all available as part of the conversations module. Obviously, with conversations, as we add some more, so let's see in here, we can grab a quick link to it, or we can just insert it directly in there. So there we go. You can see it. There we go. So that's that video. So I can send that video now, and then we'll go out. One of the other things that we can also now do, so let's move away from Co-Video. Co-Video is a partner of ours. We'd be happy to introduce you to the folks there. They've been really amazing as we built this integration together. It's a much deeper integration with the, like I said, with the analytics as well, and kind of the whole experience of having all the video library in there. Now, one of the other things that we also wanted to talk about is that Loom has become another kind of personalized video, more on the business side. We use it for a lot of our kind of internal business outreach as well. It's been around for a while, but until recently, they just introduced their record kind of capabilities in SDK. So now other applications can kind of bring it into their world. So here I have that Loom button here. I can record, and what that does, it automatically kind of pops open my record. The same thing here, it can record the screen as well. So in this case, if you wanted to record a little bit more than just the that video, you can kind of grab a little screen grab here just to show students something that's going on, or what they need to look at. You can start recording. You can kind of record your screen as well. But in this case, let's say that perhaps I just want to record my camera only, and I can start recording that. And there we go. I'll stop. And the experience then, it will be very similar. Video has now been uploaded. We can start inserting or grab a link, or just delete, or even go back here and not necessarily use that, but we can start inserting that recording here, and there we go. And that's the Loom video as well. So both services work out of the box. If you're not with Loom, if you don't have an account, there's free accounts for both services. And again, we'll try to make it a lot easier for you to manage these recordings through Element, and kind of have those integrations be baked directly in there. So whichever service you're using, just let us know, and we can enable it for you as part of conversations with kind of this native, without even getting out of Element at all. Erin, any thoughts?
Well, you've revealed your side hustle here as a weather man with your green screen here. So that's eventful, yes, for all of our viewers. No, this is great. I think, as someone who is very much a introvert and writer at heart, I've had to kind of break free of that. And I know that some people, just getting used to doing video, it's super easy with these tools. I've been using them over the past year or so, and it just doesn't feel it's nice. You just feel like you're talking to an individual, and you just shoot off that video. You don't have to rewatch it 20 times and say, oh, I should have said this or this. I think the key to success is just capture and get comfortable, and just use it as much as you can. They're great, especially for recapping a conversation, a meeting you might have had. You can do it just as like a feel good, hey, I'm sending you a video message. I have a friend who sends audio messages instead of texting now. And they're these nice little kind of bits of, talking to somebody like you would, which is something that I think we're all missing out. And especially today's people on iPhones, the younger generation, they are just so used to video that it just makes so much sense for higher ed to have this capability in the CRM.
Exactly. So one thing that I will, as I have here, we went back to my screen. So I'm going to plug in the kind of the websites here. So we have Co-Video, again, engaging more with Video Recruit and so on and so forth. You probably have seen some of that being used by a lot of teams outside of higher education. But just take a look at that platform. Pretty solid, very affordable. And then Loom as well, which is another one. So Loom is we've been using it for a while. We use it for our teams as well. And you can see how I very quickly build and create these little snippets and kind of send them out as necessary. So just explaining something on the video, or and everybody can kind of get those links as part of emails if I need to do something like that. So use as much video as possible. As you saw, the open rates can be and the responses can be really good. What we'll do here at Element is we will kind of continue our journey to incorporate a lot more video throughout the platform. As we expand our conversations, we're going to provide more, like we said, more analytics in there. Having the ability to embed this in our landing pages, those videos in your landing pages, have them more personalized. So a lot of those components, we're just kind of dipping our feet in the water in terms of the use of video in communications and kind of personalizing those communications. So with that, we will see everybody on Wednesday during our news show, and we have a lot more to show and to reveal in terms of the product and kind of where we are, kind of the new functionality, and kind of how we're thinking about engagement, student engagement overall. We've been part of a couple of really interesting articles and kind of interesting press coverage over the past week or so. We'll talk more about that on Wednesday. So Element now, rather than us talking about the news, we were part and we're collaborating and added to those articles as well. And we'll talk more about where we are, higher education, where we are in the cycle, where we are in the recruiting, and where we are in some of the issues that are going on in higher ed as well. With that being said, thanks again. Thanks for joining. As always, see you guys on Wednesday during our news show.
Yep. See you Wednesday.
Bye, everybody.